they just look like two very aged lesbians about to go shopping in New York.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's funny. Someone posted this photo and then congratulated them on their anniversary.
So good.
They could both do worse.
Yeah. Not much, but
Axel dated some hotties. I give Axel credit where credit's due. That guy got some hot women in his day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And whatever. I don't know. He's weird looking now. So it's Slash.
Very, very strange. Yeah.
I like all these people saying how I played for Guns N' Roses. No, if you had anything to do with Chinese democracy, you didn't play with Guns N' Roses. Go away.
No. There were like 400 people that contributed to that album. So no, you don't get that right.
Yeah, and everyone contributed for 9 minutes.
Yeah. And it still took 20 years.
Anyone who sat in for... If your name isn't Izzy, Dizzy, or Gilby, you don't count. That's true. And okay, Matt Sorum gets a pass. Matt Sorum can say he was part of it.
Yes. Yeah,
That's
Matt
it.
Sorum definitely gets it right. Yeah. I'll give the credit.
And is Izzy and Gilby, you played guitar. If you're not Izzy or Gilby, you did not play guitar.
No.
I don't care if you did the D chord on the fucking 6th song on Chinese Democracy, the 9th time, not the 12th. You don't count. You are not Guns N' Roses. Bumblefoot, you weren't Guns N' Roses. Buckethead, you weren't Guns N' Roses. Whatever.
Never heard of that. One thing I'll give Buckethead credit for is I've never heard of him until he fucking played with GNR.
Oh, really?
Never even heard. I didn't even know. I just thought, who is this fucking loser? And then you find out he literally has the second most recorded albums in human history.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I've got a fairly large file of his fucking music, and it's like 20 or 30 something gigabytes of fucking all of his stuff. It's insane.
He's a great guitar player. I'm not saying anything.
No.
You're not Guns N' Roses.
No.
You don't get to be Guns N' Roses. And Bumblefoot, no. Anyone with come up. Those are stupid names. Sorry, Bumblefoot and Buckethead. I like. Oh, he wears a bucket on his head. He calls himself Buckethead. That's clever. Fuck off. You're a dork. I don't care how many recorded albums you have.
I just don't understand how he was able to use a KFC bucket. How does KFC not come up to him and said, "Hey, come on, dude, enough with the bucket"?
Because they probably know as much about him as you do.
How do we get a hold of him? I can't find anybody registered under the name Buckethead. I don't know.
God, Buckethead's not in the phone book. What do? Go make more chicken. What? Shut up.
Quit burning.
Buckethead. He's not in the phone book. Well, this is over with, clearly.
Fucking Buckethead.
We fought a good fight, though.
We gave it a good effort.
Is it really KFC? Maybe it's not. Maybe like KFG or something. And you just haven't noticed.
It's KFC. I'm now. See, now I want to question it. No, I'm not sure.
Because that would be funny. Just to, like, I would love to do that. Have a logo that's just close enough but doesn't cross the line. No, Starbucks, totally different. Starbucks.
It's now a plain white bucket.
A plain white, see? That's like, oh yeah, debut. That's what I was going to say there. Season 4 debut. I forgot. I was going to talk about debut and how we're debuting the show. We're debuting season 4. Then I thought that'd be funny. I could make Starbucks coffee and no one would. Just like the green cup with the mermaid, but it's her butt instead of her face, and just be like, yeah, it's Starbucks. And they couldn't sue me. Starbucks could sue me, but many people can't. In Canada, you can get away with a lot of shit.
Yep. That's why we stay here.
Like, if you wanted to start another podcast called Eric and Gord, What If We're Right? We couldn't do anything about it. We'd prefer it if you didn't, but you could.
It's not like a news agency hasn't already done it to us a couple of times. So,
yeah. Hey, if you want to go start the Champion Tree Entertainment Painting Company, there's nothing I can fucking do about it.
Yeah.
Copyright law in Canada sucks.
Just letting you know.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because no one in Canada has the energy to copy someone else. What else did we have? Where were we? Oh, yes, right.
What?
Speaking of influencers,
What did I do?
the big influencers that Gord and I have become with our some 10,000 listeners around the world. Thank you, guys. I hope you guys are all tuning in again. Now, we took a week off. We needed it. We really needed it.
Yeah.
I slept a lot. I made up for all the sleep I didn't get last year. But I spent all day yesterday believing it was Saturday, and that was bad. That led to some trouble.
All day Saturday, I fucking kept thinking it was Sunday.
I missed some important shit thinking it was Saturday. I'm like, I got all day tomorrow. And the phone kept ringing. I'm like, I don't have to answer that. I got nothing important going on until tomorrow.
Oops.
Yeah, I missed a lot of important calls. I picked up, I was looking at my computer randomly. I'm looking in the corner. It's got the little time and date. I'm like, wait a minute. Why does my computer say Sunday? Something's wrong with my computer because it's Saturday.
And I know this. See, you do the daylight savings and everything gets fucked up.
My computer has infected my phone with its wrongness. I better change them both because they're both very wrong and I'm right.
Just funny.
The television keeps saying the wrong day. What's with it? What is going on around here? It took me till 3 p.m. Anyway.
Long past the point of being able to fix anything that was undone.
I had missed everything important by then. I'm going to drink some wine, and then we're going to talk about influencers, because me and Gord are influencers, and this is a big subject for me. We are not influencers. I hope we're not.
Terrified for the world if we are.
So, Vlog Squad, very popular YouTube channel. This guy, David Dobrik, YouTube influencer, which basically means you go on his show and you do what he says, and then you get popular or you don't. An associate of the show is accused of rape.
Oh.
Took a girl, underage girl, gave her too much booze, then had group sex with her and filmed it, obviously, because you have to. Anyway, she comes out, charges them with rape. No, accuses them of rape. This guy gets fired instantly, but they're already dropped by HBO Max, EA Sports. All their sponsors drop them. This guy's a millionaire overnight. He's nothing. The David Dobrik, who runs the show, he's the influencer guy. It's his partner or whatever. He cut ties with him instantly, but it wasn't fast enough. And this guy's show is going down. Underage girl was raped on his show. The video aired on his page or whatever.
Oh, shit.
And then it was quickly taken down. He says he had nothing to do with it. Like, of course you say that. Who goes, oh, yeah, that's totally me. Now, here's the part. All the sponsors have pulled out. His lawyers are saying he had nothing to do with it, and they've instantly severed ties with the other man, whose name I didn't write down. It doesn't matter.
No.
So this has been going on for a while. And this guy is, he stands to lose his empire. And all this stuff going on, this woman's life is ruined. And here's the line that makes this a story for me. Police were never informed. No charges have ever been filed. This is where we're at in the world now. We don't need police and justice anymore. We can just accuse someone and the justice of the world will take place now. The guy will be fired. His life will be ruined. All of this, and the lawyers, it talks about how the lawyers have, they're trying to settle and they're trying to quash this. They're trying to separate the company from the guy and whatever. No charges filed. Police never involved in this whatsoever. So this woman didn't bother going to the cops. She's just started the campaign to ruin their lives. Whether it's true or not, we're at that point now, where justice doesn't matter. We will make our own justice now.
Yeah. No, that's exactly where it is. It started off in the sense of, like, I'm not going to say noble, but it started off in the sense of doing, like, where you had these, what started the whole Karen thing, the white women in a fucking park wanting a black man arrested because he's near, and things like that. And, they're work life are getting destroyed because they end up always saying something fucking racist during it. Always ends up coming out.
Well, yeah.
And them getting, slammed, and they end up losing their jobs because of this.
And I'm okay with that. That's fine if that happens. You should lose your job if you're that stupid. But if a crime is committed, we're just not involving the police anymore?
Yeah. Well, this is what they want. They want to eliminate cops, so this is where justice comes from. The cancel culture has gotten so out of control now that all it has to do is just take one person to say something. No facts, no proof, none of that's necessary. The only thing that matters is, did somebody say it? Yep, that's good enough for me.
Well, I think I don't like that. And I'm not a big fan of cops. I'm not a big fan of our justice system. Yeah, it needs to be overhauled. But I don't think we're at the point now where just these people get to decide. And I don't think we should be at a point where we're not going to them with our problems. Like, this girl never went to the police. She's an underage girl who was drugged and raped. And she didn't involve the police whatsoever. She just went to the public with her whatever story in it. And I don't know, maybe this is more justice than they would have gotten through the police, But I don't like, it's a very slippery slope, I think, when we're not involving the proper authorities and we're just deciding who gets to, who decides who gets to have authority now.
The mob. That's it. It's mob rule. And it's not even, that's not even true. It's not mob rule. It seems to be that it's all about individual rule.
Exactly.
One person makes a complaint. It's just a matter of if people decide to jump on the bandwagon. You've got stuff like that's going on. But meanwhile, you've got, two fucking black kids that set on fire and killed an old fucking mentally unstable white man that didn't do anything wrong to the kids. Went and set them on fire. Specifically told the guy. The guy didn't die, but he did survive. And specifically told the guy, if you survive this, and you go to the cops, 2 white guys did this. It wasn't 2 black guys. So this proves that it's a racial fucking crime. Proves it right off that statement alone.
But let's say proves is a long shot because we don't know that statement. We have no way to corroborate that.
Okay,
so let's proves. I don't know proves. Okay, so
proves is a wrong statement.
I get where you're going.
You get my point. No media. Nobody talks about this. Nobody wants to fucking mention this. Nobody wants to label this as a hate crime. But the guy that goes in and shoots up a massage parlor that he had been to on several occasions and kills him because of his addiction to sex, they want to label that as a hate crime because the people working there were of Asian descent.
Well, he was an incel, though, wasn't he? Didn't that turn out to be the incel thing?
Well, nothing's really. It's rumors about certain Facebook posts he might have did, but the guy openly admitted when he was caught. He openly stated, he goes, "I did because I'm fucking addicted to sex, and these people offer this thing, and that I shouldn't be offered, and blah blah." And he blamed them. He didn't accept any responsibility. He blamed them, but nothing whatsoever. And the fucking officer that was interviewing him specifically asked a question. Is this about race? And he says, no. I didn't care who was. I just wanted to kill the people that were working there. It wasn't about them being any race.
I don't understand why you would want to kill sex workers if you're addicted to sex. Why wouldn't you just go have the sex?
And he did. He used their services for a while. And apparently he feels ashamed for himself for it. So he decided to eliminate them because instead of just offing himself, which is what he should have done.
What's the shame of going to a massage parlor? I don't get it. I'm ashamed that we don't have more around here.
I don't get it. But the media is pushing the agenda that no, this has to be labeled as a hate crime. And now they're even going after the cop that released the statement specifically because he said, well, his wording was like, he said this has nothing to do with race. I don't understand why this whole thing, you guys are race baiting about this. And, the guy had a bad day and this is how he decided to take it out on it. So that was what the cop said. So now people are saying that this cop is now racist because of this.
Well, there is a big push to be, because of obviously what I started 2 years ago when I said it's not cool to be racist against Asians, and now people are jumping on that bandwagon 2 years later.